Hello, welcome back to More Fun Fixing It. It's a triage episode today. I've got another one to do after this. I've still got some C64s to do over here, but this time I'm gonna get these ZX Spectrum plus 2s and 3s out of the way. There's quite a lot of them, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 machines here, which is a lot, but most of them say works, but maybe the reset isn't working or the tape deck isn't working. So they're really simple fixes. And I probably won't go into those ones today. I might do one of them to show how to get the reset button working again. And we might look at one of the tape decks, maybe. It depends on how much time the actual broken ones take up. But let's get all of the ones that say works off of the workbench. So this one says works, no reset. Oh, promising, that one's dead. This one works, tape deck needs help. Oh, this one works, but no reset button, tape deck sounds awful. Okay, sounds all right to me. Apologies for the dad joke. Works, but tape deck, no picking up. So that's fine, we can get that working. Tape deck needs service, not picking up. So another one that's working, I'm assuming. Works, tape deck needs love. We all need love. So six so far. Works, but keyboard enter key, no reset membrane. Cleaned, tape deck untested, probably spares. Ah, that sounds like... Oh, it definitely sounds like a challenge to me. Okay, we'll leave that on the workbench, that one. All works needs, oh, these are the plus 3s. All works needs new belt, so that one works as well. Black and white screws. So we've got 2 broken ones and 2 marginals. Where do we start? Let's start with the marginals. Let's get these off the bench. This is my plus 3 power supply, which I gutted and put a Pico ATX inside. That's a really good use for a Pico ATX because it's got all the voltages you need. And there's plenty of amperage in there, and I just put a 12-volt barrel jack in there so I can run it off of a wall wart. But the benefit to me here is I can use my bench power supply to run this, and I can see the amperage draw, whether it's going to be over current or over voltage, and that gives me more diagnostic power. This one says it all works but needs new belt, so I'm going to plug this one in first. Oh, this isn't a marginal, this just needs a new belt. But let's plug this one in and verify that things like capture are working. Yay! Drive is making some whirring noises. We've got a reset on this one. Sick. Yeah. I'm sure Paul would have tried all of these. So we've got a working machine here. It just needs a belt. So I'm going to put that over with the others because I'm not going to do that today. I think I might need to order some belts for these. Right, so this one works, but the keyboard's a problem. It's got no reset, and the tape deck is untested, probably spares. Oh, this is our challenge. Missing a screw. The screws are quite rusty as well. No, there is a screw in there. There it is. Oh, that is a very, very, very rusty screw. Oh, okay. I can see why the keyboard's not working. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dear. That membrane is toast. There's no coming back from that. The traces are gone. You can see bits of the traces actually missing. Does this come apart? Oh no, actually the traces look okay in there. Oh no, like there's bits there that have gone. Oh, it smells. That smells horrible. Something's urinated in that, I think. I'm going to have to wash my hands. We've also got quite a lot of gunk and corrosion in here. There's a lot of gunk here, but there's resistor corroded there. Something nesting there. Oh, it really smells bad. Ew. Yeah, and the keyboard connectors are all green. It's not a very pretty machine, this one. Yeah, I'm going to call this one spares. I agree, Paul. That's spares. I don't want to touch that anymore. I'm actually going to go and wash my hands before I touch anything else. And I'm not going to put the screws back in this because I know one of the other machines needs screws. I'll just put these screws in some citric acid to get rid of all the rust on them. And that's now spares. Oh, we better mark that. Ew! That's a bit better. So we've got power, black and white screen, no screws. So I'll take the bands off it and get it open straight away. It's a bit more hygienic inside this one. Not too much corrosion, but let's have a look at this black and white screen business. Oh, I like that one. Okay. Could just be chip creep. Try again. No. Oh, look at this. I just touched the ULA down here and the display changed. I think there's a bad solder joint on that chip there. Yeah, we should check, really, shouldn't we? We should check. It would be improper not to check. Oh, that's quite corroded. There's a lot of crustiness on this pin here, on these pins here. Right, let's get the microscope on this. Okay, what do you think? First impressions. Some of the top right there look a bit dodgy. Most of those look okay. They look a bit crusty down the bottom there as well. Bottom right looks attached but crusty. Yeah, let's get some something to poke them with. Right. No, everything across that top row is okay. Yep, everything there is okay. These look a real nastiness about these ones, but they're attached. Well, they're all attached. It doesn't mean that they're not bad. So what we'll do is just have a quick look around here because it could be something that's, close by. What we'll do is reflow all of those anyway and then test it. And if it continues to be faulty, then it's a more interesting fix than just a reflow. But if it's just a reflow, it's not worth making a video about. So I will give this some flux. Let's put a blob here. Okay. Soldering irons on 350 degrees. You know what? I think it's just really dirty, so I'm going to give it a clean first and then reflux it. Just dried it off with some compressed air. Don't know why that's doing that. It might be the solder on here doesn't like the solder that I'm putting on. It's not mixing well. No flux. That one worked well. Another clean. It's pretty good. There's no obvious bridging. And that one is attached up there. That is definitely attached. Black screen. Must have shorted something. I'll give it a check with continuity and see what that does. Didn't think there were any shorts. I didn't think there were shorts. What if the reset button is stuck in? I just gave it a wiggle, so it might be that. I've seen that before. Something happened then. It is resetting as well. Yeah, touching down here definitely does something. I reckon could be RAM. Nothing is surprisingly hot. I'll really show you, but the Z80 CPU is a little bit warm, and the what is it called? The TEA 2000, the video encoder chip, is a little bit warm. That's normal. And that sorry, that's the CPU. This is the what's this? Oh, it's the floppy disk controller chip thing. The Zilog Z. Oh, I don't know. I can't read it. But the CPU is at 40 degrees. It could be CPU. And it's in a socket. I can change that. Let's do that. Remembering that the CPU is in the other way up from the way I would expect it to be. While we're here, slightly different behavior. Okay, so yeah, very slightly different behavior. That looks like it's trying to run. Diagnostics. Stick a Steam Card Pro in it, see what that does. Just want to get it off the workbench just in case. Okay, let's try that. It's trying to run code. Oh, it's running. Okay, that's coming up with a memory error. That's not working at all. Yeah, this one's more interesting. Oh, let's get a bit further this time. Yes, all of the RAMs failed. Okay, one last thing to try. Just clean this edge connector, especially on the top. Bottom's nice and shiny. Right. Well, I don't think all of the RAM is dead, but it could be. Let's put the other CPU back in and see if we get the same behavior, because that would be quite interesting to make sure that that isn't the problem here. That's running again. CPU's fine. RAM fail, okay. All right, so it's got more interesting. So this one's going back in the pile for now to come out another day to be repaired in a video all by itself. So reflowed the ULA, CPU is good, diag, all RAM failed. We'll come back to that one. Right, this one is next on the bench. It's also got plastic bands around it. Doesn't fill me with great confidence. I'm wondering if this is from the same one as that disgusting machine earlier, or the same place as that disgusting machine earlier. Oh, that tape deck is not going to work. Yes, that should be like that, somewhere like that. There's a lot of corrosion on this board as well. Yeah, it's not very good. This is another one that's looking like spares. That is not a good sign. If it's on here, then it's going to be inside the mechanical bits as well. But yeah, that's not really worth wasting too much time on. This bit is, though. Okay, let's fire it up and see what happens. Yeah, of course it works. And the reset works. It was the tape deck that was causing the problem in this one. No problems. Socketed memory in here. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's not quite so interesting. So let's get this one off the bench. I might combine this with one of the other machines. Right. Last one that we're going to look at is works, but no reset button. Tape deck sounds awful. Let's open it up. Very crusty screws again. Look at that. This one's also a little crusty inside. I think it's the flux that ends up going hydroscopic. So this works, but the tape deck sounds noisy, and I know, oh yeah, I know why that is, and I can fix that. But let's have a look at this reset button first. Right, if I turn this one on, I should get display. It's resetting, Paul. It's a little bit scratchy, but what the the way that I fix these, oh, it's not really a fix, is this is a reset button which you press. It's obviously got contacts in there, and I just take my contact cleaner and I squirt it in these holes. And then it's something to poke this with. So I'll give it a really good press. That's all that needs. Yeah, it's staying reset when I'm holding it now. It wasn't before. So, yep, that's fine. That's perfect. And the tape deck noise is going to be more difficult to show you. The flywheel here, you can hear a slight grinding noise, but it's not obvious. Needs a new belt, but there's the pause mechanism here. Right, so this white bit here is the pause mechanism, and it's got this little hat underneath here. The just pointing thing, please, just here. That little hat is supposed to be pushed down so that this doesn't slop around too much, but they do pop up like that. If I push that down, this would actually work perfectly. And sometimes you can just push them down and they're fine, but that probably just needs super gluing, which is a bit fiddly because you've got to get super glue underneath this to stop it popping back up. But that's all that needs, that and a new belt. And a tape deck service. That's all the +2s that I really want to open up today. The rest of them are all just tape deck servicing, and that's not very exciting. So I'm not going to put you through that. I've got one machine to fix out of the 10. They don't go wrong very often, these ones. Anyway, all right, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. God, one machine out of 10.